Welcome to today's program. We will take a deep dive into what makes ISSA Show North America 2024 a must-attend event for everyone, from those new to the industry to you seasoned veterans who have attended multiple times. And there's no better way to get to know what's coming up for the 2024 show than to visit with Ed Nichols, the director of ISSA Show North America. Ed, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you for having me, Jeff. This is my third time with you, and looking at myself, I see I'm just getting older. But thank you for this opportunity.
You know a few things about the show coming up, and I can't wait to hear the details.
Mhm.
I know your show management team is hard at work. There's much to be done, but it's coming along, and I look forward to being there once again. But what are the
Mhm.
top reasons you like to think about for seasoned veterans, for new ones to attend the show?
Thank you for asking that question. And as you mentioned, the team, both the Informa and SSA team, has been working now better than a year inventing and developing the show for 2024. And we do that on an annual basis. So many ask me, why do I need to go every year? Isn't it the same? And I would argue, other than the name and this year, the venue, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We have been hard at work this year, specifically in developing personalized, curated experiences for the primary demographics that attend the event. So our distributors, our BSCs, and our facility solutions. Last year was my first year at the event, and I can say that not only is it the largest gathering of the cleaning industry, there's so much going on that without tailoring the experiences as we have, I think there's way too much that you would miss. So other than, again, the name, the location, and maybe the location of some of the primary exhibitors, everything this year is new, and we're excited to welcome folks back to the show this year.
I can't wait to be there. I like it. Some might say, what's really new? You talked about it a bit, but what about education and exhibitors? What changes with that this year or adds to that?
Absolutely, Jeff. And if I might say, I'm going to tell you what's different and then tell you what's the same and why that's just as important. This year, we'll have approximately 20% of our exhibitors will be new to the show. But if you look at those that return as well, we'll have well over 200 new products and innovations at the show. Again, our hallmark is innovation, technology, new products. It's the primary reason people come to the ISSA show, and that will continue to deliver. When we look at education, we've increased the overall number of sessions to 170 between those on the show floor and in the paid conference. The largest consumer of the education last year was the BSC demographic. However, we've added education for everybody, and about 80% of that is new this year. I mentioned those curated opportunities, and I want to talk about, so for distributors, we've not only added education, but Wednesday morning, we've got a distributor-specific networking breakfast that'll provide those folks a chance to get together. I mentioned that the contractor's largest consumer of education will kick off Monday evening with a networking opportunity for those folks. And then for our facility solutions, in addition to much more education, right? They come from different industries, but have many common issues that they're dealing with. We'll have a happy hour on the show floor on Wednesday. So really breaking the event down, making sure that those 3 days are the most valuable for those that are coming to the show. And then we'll kick things off on Tuesday morning with a first-timer orientation. Absolutely, one of the things that I learned last year is that the show goes way too quick. We really need to provide folks the opportunity based on what they're coming for, to provide them what's available to them to make sure that it's the most beneficial to them.
Ed, I think I misheard you. Did you say 170
You
workshops?
know, you certainly did not miss your 170 sessions. We grew the participation in education last year by 38%. We anticipate that to continue to grow. Content is key and certainly one of the primary drivers of attendance. But I did want to mention that the number one reason people come is new products and innovation. And I don't want to lose sight that better than 60% of our audience comes for the sense of community. So when we talk about what's new, and I want to make sure that the show does not stay the same year after year, nor does the community, but the ability for the cleaning industry to get together, galvanize, celebrate, and learn at the ISSA show. That doesn't change. That just continues to grow year after year, and we're proud of that.
I've been to many, many shows, and I know every year it's different, it's better. The networking is fantastic. Food is good, the venue is good. But let's dig into this thought here. You know, we
Yep.
all come from different perspectives and roles in the cleaning industry.
Mhm.
I know ISSA Show has a commitment. Can you speak to that commitment to individual demographic journeys? Because when people come, they want to get the most they can from the event.
100%. So we not only look at post-show research, we do ongoing research with members, with attendees through focus groups, and really look at the event, I would say, as maybe 4 events under one roof. We talked earlier about the distributors and really working with not only those exhibitors coming to meet with distribution, but what are the needs of distributors and how do we continue to meet those needs? And that resulted, again, in not only the development of education, but the opportunity for those independent distributors really to meet with one another on Wednesday morning. Right? How do we get together with like-minded demographics? How do we talk about the industry, talk about business opportunities? When I mentioned earlier the building service contractors, many of these folks are working in their business and don't really have that opportunity to network. So on Sunday evening, we allow them the opportunity to meet to kick off the week. This way, they understand not only what they're looking for and looking forward to, but learning from other folks who have been to the show previously. And I might mention there, have been to the show previously, 35% of our attendees are new every year. And the number one way people learn of the show is word of mouth. So one, you've got to be under a rock not to hear about it. But I will say that the evangelism of those that come to the ISSA show is very, very high. And then I mentioned the facility services. You've got so many different industries represented that find or feel that their cleaning solutions are only found within their own industry events. And cleaning just isn't done the best service it can be at those events. So those folks, when they come to the ISSA show, in a lot of ways, it's Disney World for them, opening their eyes to many, many things, opportunities, and technologies they didn't know were available to them.
Under a rock, if you don't know about the show, you stole my line, Ed. You stole my line. All right. Ed, I've been to many shows in other parts of the country, Chicago, Orlando, Dallas. I understand that Vegas is maybe where it's going to be for a while. Talk about that. What's the commitment to Vegas and your venue there?
I certainly will. The near-term commitment is to Las Vegas. And I do want to explain that. Last year was the first year that we held the event at Mandalay Bay. We at Informa have had great success with other events being held there, with the adjacent properties and the campus feel that's provided, and really the extension of the networking and the business that can be done. In order to do that, and we certainly hedged here, we felt that this was going to be successful for the ISSA show in 2023. Feedback and results have suggested that it was. The challenge being, had we only tried that for 1 year and not made a longer term commitment, this would be a great experiment, but we wouldn't be able to replicate it. So we currently have dates held through 2027. The industry, I use the word research, but the feedback is ongoing. We constantly want to understand what's best for the industry. That will evolve, and as that evolves, we intend to meet that need. But in order for us to be able to replicate the success of 23 and be able to do that and build on it for multiple years, we're committed in Las Vegas through 2027. I do want to share that last year we were in the same week as Formula One. 25 in 2025, we get away from that, and we're continuing to work to get away from F1 moving forward. So yes, it's a near-term commitment that I do want to clarify, but we'll always listen to the community and do what's best.
Absolutely. I think you understated a bit about how much of a success it was to have it at Mandalay Bay. I thought it was fantastic, easy. Everything was just so cohesive, a very enjoyable experience. And I didn't think that the racing issue was a big deal for myself. I heard other people were worried about it. I didn't hear a lot of issues.
Jeff, if I might add, I think we all were concerned, and the apprehension, in my opinion, turned out to be greater than it needed to be. Now, look, did it affect the strip and travel on the strip? It absolutely did. But what I'm happy to say is last year, Thursday evening, right? So for those that stayed through the end of the show, the hotel rates were north of $500 a night. I was just on the website this morning, less than $200 a night on that Thursday. So while I wish the city success with Formula One, I'm very happy to loudly say that the disruption will not be nearly as much as it was last year. We're excited about coexisting with Formula One this year.
Exactly. Besides that, I understand there's another event that will be at Mandalay Bay that you're proud to talk about.
100%. We
What is
are
that?
moving into our 10th year of partnership with BSCAI, represent the leading building service contractors. Their contracting success event has been held with alongside of us, or certainly in the same city last year, co-located in the same venue. We're excited by the success of that. I know they were as well. As we're growing, they are too, and proud to say that working with them, we absolutely are the largest aggregation of numbers and buying power of BSCs in the United States.
So, Ed, what's next? You mentioned hotels are affordable. How urgent should people be when it comes to getting ready for the show and preparing, according to Ed?
Well, I'd say from a cost perspective, right? Many of it, we're coming out of the summer right now. While I'm planning for an event in November, I have no idea what my plans are for Thanksgiving. So, right, many people are in that place. But I would say this, the hotels are available. We have over 30% more available rooms at Mandalay Bay and Delano, so on the property. Rates are low, and the early bird pricing is still in effect to register for the show. So, what I would say is don't put it off. Register now, save money, make sure that you've got the hotel as close as you want it to be. And then just sit back and continue to get the updates as we improve the show and improve aspects of the show up until showtime. So don't wait. Take care of it now. It's one less thing you have to worry about and secure your spot.
Yes. Now, those watching want to know where can they find the information they need, the lodging, the show schedule, who's going to be there, the exhibitors. Tell us about that.
We're on all the major social media channels, but I'm most proud of the website. This year's website is completely revamped. I mentioned the targeted demographic journeys. You're able to actually sort what's available for you by demographic as well on the website. So the best place to go is ISSAshow.com. That will no doubt be the most reliable and up-to-date source of information for you.
And besides attending the show, there's an all access pass that gets you into other opportunities.
There absolutely is. It's the best deal. The all access pass provides opportunity not only to the show floor, provides the opportunity to all of the education that I've suggested, both on the show floor and classroom. And it also provides the opportunity to join us for the ISSA Show Happy Hour, which will happen on Monday evening. I mentioned before, given the growth of the participation in education, it almost has become a show within the show. And likewise, we want to create the opportunity to foster the networking as the week kicks off so that those relationships are made and really extend the value of the show to those coming.
Well, Ed, thank you for this today. Everyone has all the information they need to attend ISSA Show North America 2024 in Vegas coming up in November.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeff.